Hey everyone, it's your boy John. It's been a while since we've checked in on Zach. Sorry. You guys are going to be like, oh man, that's the most disgusting opening you've ever done. I'm going to be like, it's so funny though. And so I figured I'd see how he's doing since this branding change. Because remember, if you remember back to the lore on this, guys, he was originally diversity in comics because he was making fun of the diversity in comics. That was all the same lack of diversity, which is the Netflix casting LGBTQ stuff. But since then, he really wanted to rebrand because he knew that he upset a lot of the mainstream pros out there. And, if they just understood he was a genius about comics, they'll let him into Marvel and DC so he can write his X-Men book finally. And that's been his onus this entire time. And so his dream of getting into Marvel and DC just continued. Well, that dream shattered, I think, a couple of years ago. And after he changed his channel to Comics Matter with your boy Zack, he then went on a spiral as I think his dreams finally caught up with him. He put out a bunch of crowdfunds, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know why people back this guy to such an extent. It's just I start to wonder. It's were these controlled opposition at this point? Because there were people like myself who were making real comics that were actually good and regularly, and the people who came out of Marvel and DC. Ethan Van Sciver and his cronies tried to build this control opposition on behalf of Marvel and DC that the opposition really wouldn't succeed so that it wouldn't hurt their business. I mean, I it's a conspiracy theory, but there's been crazier conspiracy theories out there. It could be a thing. And so he got massive support. He didn't come out with his books. I think a lot of people, every time I leave a video like this, it's I get comments after comments, and I'm sure I will again. Still haven't got my book. Still haven't got my book. Still haven't got my book. It is what it is. And so this is what happened over the years. Well, he's had a meltdown, and I'm describing this because if you haven't watched my Boi Zack videos before, there's some of you who have. You need the setup, right? Because you don't know who this guy is. But he became one of the biggest YouTubers out there ever. He had over 110,000 subscribers at one point, and he keeps bleeding. It's actually been slowed down. He was at 90.6K for a while. Now he's down to 90.5K. We're getting up. We're almost to 10,000. Somebody actually left a comment the other day. If you were important, you'd have more than 10,000 subscribers. Why don't you? I found that really funny. This is my side channel where I make fun of comic book people. Oh, well. And so he then, of course, has been losing because what he did is he positioned himself as an alternative to Marvel and DC's social justice and their crazy extreme leftists. And of course, then he started dedicating his channel to attacking right-wing commentators on YouTube. So Heel versus Babyface, Eric July, Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker. I don't know what happened, but he just got really, really mad and started just blowing up. Now, a couple of weeks ago, and this is why I gave him space, because here's the thing, and here's the big picture where all these Comicsgate guys go crazy. I don't want these people to fail. I hate the left. I hate social justice. I hate the Heather Antoses of the world who are controlling the comic book industry and just blacklisting all conservative creators. I actually would like your boy Zack to succeed, Ethan Van Sciver to succeed, Graham Nolan to succeed. I don't want them to be doing the left stuff and doing the same thing that the comic book industry does and acting like just these crazy a-holes like they do. I want them to stop that. And then I'd love them to succeed on the merits of comics and the merits of Christian conservatism. And that's why I'm kind of forming a movement here of under real values and actually production of comics. So this is the global picture here. So I was giving Zack space to kind of get his house in order because he deleted all his videos, he deleted all of his community posts, and started just posting comic book reviews. And I was like, you know what? Cool. Well, that will incentivize you to do so by just not talking about it. Well, he's gone full tilt again. The Superman movie, it looks like broke him like Furiosa did. And if you did not like the Superman movie, you're not a real fan. And if you didn't like Pedro Pascal's Feminist 4, you're not a real fan. And this is where he's going again, attacking the same people over and over again with video after video again. Oh no, pretty ugly. And so let's get into this in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we talk about all things in comics, my friends. I am making comics myself. Like I said, I'm starting a new movement that's different and better. And this is my comic Substack. And so I'm posting Flying Sparks one page at a time. And what I like is webcomics. The webcomic community is a lot better than the Marvel and DC-based community of this whole sort of thing, where everybody's worshiping these leftists because they, drew Batman's penis one time or something like that. It's a weird thing if you think about it. None of these guys have any creative bones in their body. They don't make their own properties generally. They just coast off this stuff, and yet everybody treats them like they're rock stars. And then they get big heads about it, and then they end up being crazy, right? And that's the main problem with the industry. It's dying. It's a toxic environment. It's all about gatekeeping over politics, over high school petty drama, and we want to do something different. We want to build a comic industry based upon actual books and reading. Now, your boy Zack had a chance to do this. He could have done something unique, and even from the start, his business model of here's a book, there's no digital version, there's you have to pay an exorbitant price, and then then we got to wait 3 years until I come out with the book because for reasons, whatever the reason is different every week. 20 variant covers, and then you better get it before the campaign ends, or else you'll never see the book again. That kind of like FOMO sort of thing is the same model as the comic shops with their like, oh, Batman #1. It's a new #1. This is the collector's item, and there's a variant cover that's one. If you buy 1,000 copies store, you can get one copy of this variant cover that'll never be seen again, and you can slab it and bag and board it. All that is creating just a bad environment where people don't actually read. And both of these situations are like this. Webcomics is the opposite. It's based on reading. You come in, you read, and then you patronize somebody because you like them. And I've seen it. Webcomic creators, like, they get thousands of subscribers who are just like, yes, I want to come in, put on Patreon $3 or $5 a month or whatever it is, and just support this person creating comics. And they don't deliver as much as I do at all. But our side has been conditioned against that, unfortunately. Our side's been conditioned in the collective model because they wanted to be funneled into that whole Comicsgate network. I'm trying to build something different from scratch here, doing it another way and the right way. And so I want to get you reading here. Start reading our stuff. If you want to support me as a creator, you can do so. You can put a paid subscription. It's great. I have a Subscribestar also. Subscribestar is like Patreon. It's got the same content, so you can grab stuff over there. And this is a great thing to do. But if you don't want to pay yet, just sign up here so you get my pages every day, so you just get in the habit of reading, and then you read the books, and you're just a part of the community. That's fantastic, too. So thanks for being here. Get on this Flying Sparks, I call it the Flying Sparks Substack. There's other comics on here. The best part is it's the best-kept secret in comics. You get 2 different comics that are being posted monthly if you are a paid subscriber, and those are not available anywhere else except for here in Subscribestar. So get on here, guys. If you want my physical books, I do have a bookstore in the description below, too. They're all available because, I'm not doing it based on FOMO. I'm doing it based on the actual content, so you can read them. My last campaign, the Emerald Array, has books up now. I do have some variant covers for those who like that, because I try to cater to everybody. And these are going to be gone once they're gone, but there will always be a version available just so you can always read the books. That's the important part. And digital versions are available too, because digital is important. And if you want to check things out inexpensively, or if you're in Singapore or something like that, you might not want to pay shipping. I have these available for you also. That's how cool this is. This is the right way to do things. So join our community. Get on the JDA Comics Substack. Get some books today. Thanks for reading. Awesome stuff's on the way, guys. I'm pretty excited. We have the new Ayla Rin book, because I know a lot of people are really excited about that series, is 2/3 done with line art. Oh, shit. I have to write the next script. I forgot. My artist is waiting on me. I better get this video done. All right. Thanks, guys. All right. So let's get into your boy Zack here. Like I said, I was giving him some space for a bit to do the right thing, and I was hoping he was going to do the right thing. And he started trickling in for a bit. So he started doing this for a while. Jim Shooter, Captain America #1. In his new mantra is, comics are good now, guys. Comics are good now. I love comics. Oh, yeah, Marvel and DC, they're good now. This is his deal. Even though, I guess the new Absolute Batman's going to be white supremacist MAGA villains again. again. Oh my god, they've done nothing. They've got that Stephanie Phillips person who's a weirdo now on a bigger Marvel project. They're promoting more feminism and more LGBTQ stuff. But comics are good now. Wow, comics are good now. Is your boy Zach's mantra. It's fine though if he likes his little comics and he wants to review his comics. I'm not going to police what he likes and what he likes to read. He should be reading Flying Sparks. If he really wanted to check out some good comics, Flying Sparks Overmind is what he'd be reading. But he won't because it's all about maintaining the Marvel DC clout structure for all of these people. It's so obnoxious. So here we are, Absolute Martian Manhunter. It's beautiful when the creators and the what was this titled? Audience trust each other. This is Denise Camp. I mean, if you trust that guy, he's a woke activist like none other. But whatever. He started going through this for a while, and then Superman hit, and kindness is punk rock. James Gunn's Superman inspired me. What? Everything is beautiful. Wanting everything to fail is the real anti-life equation. And this is where he started going off the rails 2 weeks ago. And I was hoping again. I'm the optimist. Maybe he'll just do one video on this, move on. He went back to comics again, right? Back to comics again. Good stuff. I liked that, right? Rob Liefeld made $500,000 selling crappy Youngblood comics. There's a bigger Rob Liefeld story we told yesterday. Crazy how that guy reacts. And then back to Nerdrotic. Movies matter. Movies show us what being alive is supposed to mean. Now, this is weird because, in reality, comics don't really matter. Movies don't really matter. They're entertainment that you can relax to or whatever. I don't have a problem with that. But if you live it and say they're important or whatever, that's kind of weird. It's kind of unhealthy. And maybe that's the whole problem here is this guy's way too invested in corporate entertainment being some sort of like thing that, quote, matters for life. Zach, go to church. Maybe this is the thing. Zach, if movies are like your God and comics are your God and you get really mad over it, maybe it's something to reflect on in life and be like, you know what, this is actually not important. Maybe I can start moving my life in a better direction by looking at the message that endures forever, which is way more important. Jesus Christ, who sacrificed himself for our sins and actually built a foundation of something that built Western society. This is something that's enduring and real. So I challenge you, Zach, because I know you watch my channel. Go to church this weekend. See if that makes things matter to you a little more. That'd be a good. What a great redemption story that would be. I'd love that. So back to Punisher miniseries. Again, they changed the logo to be ugly. He just was going, "Wow, this is a cool Punisher series." Instead, but again, I don't want to police his taste in comics or movies. I don't care. That's not what we're doing here. But I do want to look at this because, again, after he dunks on Nerdrotic for a video, dunks on people about Superman, he's back. And 2 days ago, everything on his channel is just angry at commentators on YouTube. And this is it. Schism, Superman, and Fantastic Four have finally separated the real fans from the fakes. And Nerdrotic says he's still blocked by an entire franchise for Star Trek, which is ridiculous. Star Trek actually, it's weird. Like some of the Star Trek stars follow me, and I don't know why. Because from all accounts they hate my politics and stuff. So I'm in a weird spot where they actually, even though I comment on it, they like it, I guess. And this is really wild. Where he's acting like there's a schism here. There's not. And then he hits That Park Place about a right-wing news site, compiles a list of every time Pedro Pascal groped a woman. Now, Pedro Pascal is clearly a homosexual. And homosexuals, if you don't know, often really get weird with touching women a lot. And so that seems to be a pattern with Pedro Pascal and right-wing news site. And why would you defend Pedro Pascal? This guy is nasty. He hates you, Zach. He wants you dead. He's in this stupid feminist movie that's terrible. And you're just like, oh, right-wing news sites are the problem for noticing that he's a creep. Okay. This is where we go. And then comics does not need savings, according to new generation of fans. And so now these are the Perch is bad. Now Perch is really funny. Is a little equivocator like Zach. He got mad at me about, I think, some groomer Disney movie a couple years back, and I was like, "This is like an LGBTQ groomer movie, Perch. What are you doing?" And he blocked me. And it was weird. He was making all these videos for a while, going, "JDA hates me. JDA hates me. I hear." It's like, who are you hearing this from? Like we should be on the same side. And I don't know Perch's motivations. He's a weird dude. But yes, now your boy Zach has turned on Perch, who basically says the same things as Zach on his channels, and says these new generation of fans don't think comics need saving, you boomers. Again, just attacking the commentators who are on his side over and over and over again. And this is it. Haven't seen FF yet. I'm not seeing him 8 hours so you guys are just obsessed with Pedro Pascal. Campy YouTuber and back on this community tabs, pretending to like women and picking the exact same woman will never not be hilarious to me. You never see this amongst straight men in my friend group in real life. I doubt you have a friend group in real life, Zach. One will be Rosario Dawson. One will like Kate Blanchett. Oh, okay, you're weird. And they're all clearly in love with Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal's daddy for closeted conservatives. Look, he's back. He's unhinged again, guys. And this is why he just suddenly... Look, he actually went 2 weeks without losing 100 subs, and then did it again. Lost another 100 subs. Your boy Zach, come on, stop. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, we have the real comics movement here. Everything your boy Zach promised, we are actually delivering. And so I know you're burnt out. I know you think that independent comics like failed you and you feel bad about it. It's here. We have so many books. Get in on the Substack. Go to my web store. Check things out. We're building so much. I got so many books in development, and I'm trying to like get this off the ground in a time. I know everybody's jaded. I know it's been tough for the last few years for everybody, but this is the real spot. We have a wonderful community in Discord that actually cares about comics, that cares about the culture war. This is the real deal, and I appreciate you guys being here. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Your boy Zach, go to church.